Guys, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by again. Today we're going to talk about Rolex, how Rolex has dominated the market. I spoke a little bit about it in my previous video, and today we're going to talk about how nothing else matters but Rolex. It's going to be a little bit of a ramble, and I think you've noticed, and even if you tell me in the comments that I don't really like Rolex, I don't want a Rolex, Rolex this doesn't do anything for me, the reality is that most everybody that wants to watch only has one thing in their mind, and that's Rolex. And Rolex has done a good job, promoting themselves. They've done a good job with their marketing, and the other brands. It's their fault that they haven't kept up, and that's why we have a watch market today. That if it's not Rolex, it's going to be a hard sell. If if it's not a Rolex, you better buy it and try to buy it as cheap as possible because the money's not going to be there. And if we're being honest with each other, 99% of us like watches because they retain value. That's the number one thing. I hate it. I don't like it. We uh, we should buy watches because we enjoy them. But everybody, even if you tell me that you enjoy it, in the back of your mind, you're thinking about value retention. Okay, even if you tell me I'm never gonna sell it, never. It's a long time. So never say never because it's not gonna happen. The usual collector, and I'm talking about watches I've said in other videos that are not family heirlooms, that are watches that you bought. Uh, an average collector is going to keep a watch for 5 years. After 5 years, you fall out of love, you lose it, you break it, you something with it. So you're going to be looking for your next watch. And if you still have that watch, you're going to be looking for value retention. And reality is that if you buy a Rolex, if you bought a Rolex 5 years ago, you'll probably end up making a few bucks if you bought it at the right place. If you bought it at one of these wrong places where they charge $5,000 for a day just, well, I'm sorry for you. You're not going to get that money back. But that's because you didn't do your research back then, so you're not going to get your money now. So my point in this video is just to make a mention that I have many other brands of watches. Nothing is moving, and if they move very, very slow. If I put a Rolex online, it takes minutes to sell. And that's no fluke. That's no mistake. That's something that Rolex has worked for. And if you're looking for watches, I bet you're looking for a Rolex, and if you're not looking for a Rolex yet, it's because you're probably not there, convinced that you want to spend that much money, but you soon will be. Once you get into the watch bug, once you get into the watch collecting, you will soon be in the I want a Rolex camp, and that's inevitable, and that's the way the brand wants you to think. Everybody that likes sports car, we want a Ferrari. Everybody that likes motorcycles, they want a Harley. They could say, no, I don't really like Harley, others. But when you say Harley, you're thinking, or when you say motorcycles, you think Harley. When you think sports car, you think Ferrari. When you think watches, you think Rolex. That's the reality of things. I'm not mad. It's just that it's the new trend. It's the new trend. That's all it is. It's a trend. Will it fade away? I don't know. That Rolex is playing the game really good with supply and demand. That way they could keep their values up for as long as they want if they don't oversupply the market. So are they smart? They're extremely smart. They're playing this game like no one can play it. So um, like I said, you could leave in the comments that you don't like it, you don't want a Rolex, that it's not you. But we all know that at the end of the day, everybody wants a Rolex. Guys, what do you think? Tell me what's your watch wants. What's the watch that you aspire to? And let me know in the comments down here. Guys, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, notifications. You know what to do. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one.